Hello to God's chosen people. Hello to the beautiful souls out there who walk in the light. Thank you for tuning in. Today, I want to talk to you about an injury that I sustained from the narcissist, and it has lasting effects. It's kind of an eyesore. Now, I have sustained lots of injuries from an abusive, narcissistic ex husband down through the 14 years of the marriage, but some injuries have lasting effects, or every time you look at that injury, you're reminded of what happened. Now, I have survived numerous bruises to the face, concussions, several punches to the face, and I'm grateful that my nose wasn't broken. I didn't have any facial bones that were broken. My jaw was never broken. But one thing that was broken was one of my fingers. I'm pretty much okay with this battle wound because I feel like I'm a survivor. I didn't, you know, pass away, in that abusive situation. Some people, don't make it out of the abuse, and some people, have, you know, way more serious injuries um, that I had. So I'm very grateful, and I'll take a broken finger as a battle scar, you know, as a testament that I survived narcissistic abuse. Now, this broken finger is a little bit of an eyesore. I can't straighten the finger out. It's permanently crooked, and it's permanently separated from the rest of my fingers. And I can still bend it and everything like that pretty good, but the finger will never be the same. Psalms 34:19-20. Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but the Lord delivereth him out of them all. He keepeth all his bones, not one of them is broken. How appropriate. So let's get into that story. So I was taking a shower. This was I would say it was probably about 7 years into the marriage, and I was taking a shower, and my ex-spouse came into the restroom to shave while I was in the shower. And he specialized in aggravation. He just loved to aggravate me, the dogs, it didn't really matter. Strangers, he would aggravate even. He got excited about getting on people's nerves. He thought it was funny. And I was in the shower, taking a shower behind the shower curtain, and he pulls the shower curtain back and slaps me on my buttocks. Not like, softly. It was pretty hard, you know. And this was kind of like repetitively, maybe like 3 or 4 times in a row. And so I'm yelling out to stop and all of that. And, my hands are soapy and everything like that. And here comes a slip. Like I slip in the tub. And he had the shower curtain pulled back. So when I slipped, I kind of like slipped like out of the tub, and my hands landed on the floor like I was trying to brace myself. But before I got to the floor, I reached out to try to get him to help me not fall, and he snatched away. So that kind of made me fall a little bit harder. And so half my body was in the tub, the other half was touching the bathroom floor. And my fingers pretty much broke my fall. So I landed on my fingers, and I didn't really think anything of it until, I was able to stand back up and I looked at my fingers, and one of my fingers was totally out of place. And then it started to hurt really bad. And so I screamed and I begged him to please put my finger back into place. Um, because I couldn't really do it. My hands had soap all over them. So I asked him to please put my finger back in the socket. And he did. But, when it got back in the socket, it was still crooked. And so I went to the hospital to see if they could help me at all. And they tell me it's broken. They also tell me that there's not much else that they can do for me except for give me a brace and, don't move it, let it heal. And so that's what ended up happening. But as it's healing, it's turning blue. It's very swollen. It's like swollen like 2 or 3 times its size. I can't do much with it. I have a job where I have to type at work, so I wasn't able to type as well, with the broken finger with that brace on it. So it was kind of a nightmare. It was a very unnecessary injury. I know accidents happen, but that wasn't an accident. He purposely aggravated me while I was trying to take a shower. Seems like everywhere the narcissist goes, they just bring havoc. They just bring destruction. It should be a normal thing for married couples to share the bathroom at times, but he came in there and just made a mess of everything that day. You have to be like a mean, cruel, low-down person to cause somebody to fall and then not even try to help them as they're falling. And in fact, you snatch away to ensure that they fall. It's kind of like he wanted me to be injured. What's also sad about it is his lack of reaction, lack of emotional intelligence. There was no, oh my goodness, look at your finger. There was no, oh, I'm so sorry. None of that. No empathy, no sympathy whatsoever. Are you okay? I heard none of that. And even though he would cause an injury, it was always going to be your fault. It's never, ever, ever going to be his fault. It would always be, oh, I was just playing and you can't take a joke. It's not that serious. You need to lighten up. You're too uptight. They just can't take responsibility and they can't take accountability. So instead of having a grown man as a husband, the narcissist is going to be trapped at whatever age that their trauma occurred in their life, thereby being emotionally stunted. So although every time I stretch my right hand out, it looks like Dr. Spark, it's something that I have to live with and something I've come to accept. So I just do little things to make myself feel better about it when I think about it. So I'll try to, make sure I have a ring near that finger, a nice ring on my hand near that finger, and do my nails at times, so that I don't concentrate on that finger as much. Ezekiel 37, 1 through 5. The hand of the Lord was upon me, and carried me out in the spirit of the Lord, and set me down in the midst of the valley, which was full of bones, and caused me to pass by them round about, and behold, there were very many in the open valley. and lo, they were very dry. And he said unto me, Son of man, can these bones live? And I answered, O Lord God, thou knowest. Again he said unto me, Prophesy upon these bones, and say unto them, O ye dry bones, hear the word of the Lord. Thus saith the Lord God unto these bones, Behold, I will cause breath to enter into you, and ye shall live. So even after my broken bones, y'all, I lived. And that much I am so very grateful for. I'm so thankful to God to still be in the land of the living. We are survivors. We shall live and not die. We are soldiers in the army of the Lord. Let's keep marching onward and upward. Let's march towards the light.